adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Walker against Smith. Here's Walker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. He feeds it to Splitter. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. The shot no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pushing their lead to double digits. And now it's a 12-point Philadelphia lead.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Oh, and here comes Smith all alone. Smith throws down the breakaway jam.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
Smith against Walker. Yambo dishes to Walker. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket, too.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Philadelphia leading by 11. Marshall passes to Holmes. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. From about 16, can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Walker against Gordon. Outside, Walker. Splitter sets a screen, and Walker kicks to Splitter. Pass to Smith. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
That's his first personal foul.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Smith. Now here's Marshall. Covered by Biyombo, and that one's good. He has 6.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Outside Mayo. Dishes to Biyombo. Back to Mayo. Clock at 6. Wide open. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot. Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now here's Mayo. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot is off. Gordon with the defensive effort. It's 2-on-1. Here's Smith. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Okafor's checked in, and Robert Covington subbed in for Eric Gordon.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
And the 76ers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Now here's Paul. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Griffin. Back to Kid Gilchrist. Right side Griffin. The fadeaway. Can't get it to go. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Okafor with a screen on Paul. Jackson is doubled. Okafor kicks to Murray. His three-pointers off the mark. Los Angeles trails by 15. Here's Booker. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul.
Foul. Elbow. 2.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Booker taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Booker. Both free throws good from Booker.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much. Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. He stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the 76ers. Los Angeles on D. 11-point game. Here's Okafor. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's now 8 points for Jahlil Okafor.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
And the basket by Kaminsky.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Murray, the pass to Covington.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Shoots from 8. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Los Angeles trails by 11. Booker dishes to Kid Gilchrist, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it.
Take a break.
And even then, it's just not a good play.
Free throw good, Murray. And so Murray nails both of them.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Stolen by Jackson. Drops in the breakaway layup. Jackson's got his first basket. Los Angeles trails by 13. And here is Paul. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Feeds to Booker. Out to the wing. Here's Griffin.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
Well, they've really cranked up the intensity, tracking down those loose caroms, stacking up second-chance buckets in a big pile.
Yeah, and those hustle points are just another reason they're in control.
And the basket by Kaminsky.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they looked offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
Now here's Jackson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And then Okafor slams it in.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you've come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Griffin against Noel. Puts up the baby hook. Griffin kicks to Kaminsky. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And it's 8 points for Frank Kaminsky.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Jackson against Paul. On the wing, Jackson. Clock at 6. Down low. And that one's good. Noel's got 4 points this quarter.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
It could go. No good on that last second attempt there. And so that brings the first half to a close. 76ers lead by 13. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead for them during the period was 6. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in front here at the half. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, they're facing a very hot team in the first half. I mean, guys are shooting the ball lights out. But you have to do more to get stops. I mean, tough defense is the key. And if you put pressure on the ball and more bodying up down low, that's going to establish more aggressive tone that might shut them down in the second half.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now, we take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half call.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
They've been ineffective in this one. Just no slowing down for Okafor. He's got 10 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.